Continuing coverage now, a Florida State University student says she was sexually assaulted in the parking lot of her off-campus apartment. Now she's taking that complex to court, saying it all could have been prevented.
Our Capital City correspondent Matt Hoffman is near the Urban Enclave Apartments in College Town right now. Matt, what can you tell us about this?
Yeah, you know, a lawyer for that student tells me that when they come to off-campus housing like this, they expect things like working gates, security cameras, even on-site security. But the lawyer said on the night of this assault, those promises were broken. Unfortunately, I have to warn you, this story is pretty graphic. Lawyer Megan Bridwell says when parents send their kids to off-campus housing to experience independent life for the first time, they expect robust security. But after her client's alleged sexual assault, Bidwell says the camera that should have captured that assault wasn't working.
And you're not even making sure it works. And again, the problem with that is not only is it the promise that induces these people to live there, but it's a promise that changes the behavior of the students.
According to a report from a police officer, Shadrick Boone was arrested for attempted sexual battery and armed robbery. The police report is graphic and details how Boone allegedly assaulted the student just inside a security gate. He has entered a not guilty plea, and his lawyer declined to comment.
Essentially what happened is this assailant walked up behind a young, petite female who was a college student and living at this apartment complex, and he walked up behind her, stuck a knife up to her back, put his hand over her mouth, and said, "Don't scream or I'll kill you."
Bridwell says her client is remaining a Jane Doe to protect her decency and so she can finish school. Bridwell says her client asked her legal team to speak out now to let other students know what responsibilities student housing complexes have as a new semester starts.
A heightened responsibility for you to say, we know that our kids are going to be walking this property. We've got to do better to make it safe and to deliver on the security that we're promising.
Now, lawyers for both the management company, the property owner, and the security company all declined to comment. They have responded in court denying those allegations and even raising a defense that it was the perpetrator, not their actions, that caused this. For now, in College Town, I'm Matt Hoffman, WCTV Eyewitness News.
All right, Matt, thank you.